Pahrump Nugget, Progressive Cash Drawings, Mystery Point Multipliers, Mystery Gift Days, Extra Cash for 4 of a kinds, Bingo, Bowling, Football, and Food Specials. Looking for constant action? Look no further. Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
Sure. Actually, we had two separate fires that occurred at that same property yesterday. The first one was earlier in the morning around 9:30, 10 o'clock. We had a report of a brush fire. Upon arrival, we in fact had a deep-seated mesquite fire. Through that, it was controlled relatively quick. We had little winds. The temperatures were just starting to come up, so we had good conditions, and the fire was easily controlled. Burned approximately a little less than half an acre of the deep-seated mesquite trees. We also determined during the course of that investigation that it appeared to be related to people who are squatting in that area. Approximately a couple hours later, we were redispatched for a report of another fire, and it was a little bit further east than the original, much larger, higher temperatures. The relative humidity was dropping, the wind conditions were increasing, so we fought a more volatile fire. Severe fire load consisting of the mesquite trees, as well as what we would call the accumulated dead material that had on the floor or the ground. And it was actually in piles throughout this entire area, so it had been managed at one other point in time. Extreme fire load, bad conditions, shifting winds caused a lot of challenges for us. But in no time were any structures in jeopardy. We were concerned about if it had traveled further west, that there was continuation of those mesquite trees all the way down to Oak Ridge. So again, we had our concerns. Very hot conditions, very high flame lengths, and in some cases up 30 and 40 feet. A number of resources, as you saw. We exercised our mutual aid agreements, and the county came in, as well as BLM and U.S. Forest. And we actually had the first ever assembled, the Vegas Valley handline team had just been assembled. It came out later that day. We worked the fire starting around the 1 o'clock hour and worked it right through until about an hour and a half ago is when we cleared the scene. So right through the evening we were watching for spot fires, which we did have several again due to the winds. We're watching it closely even today and for the next few days because our weather patterns are going to be changing once again. So all in all, it was a very good training opportunity for us because again it didn't have any life safety issues, there were no structures. It allowed us to get formulated for the upcoming wildland season.
And today the National Weather Service has actually issued a fire weather watch warning. What kind of precautions can people take to prevent fires from happening in these dry conditions and the winds as well?
Basically the same things we always express to them. No open flame, no use of grinding or welding materials in areas where there is an accumulation of waste material. In this case, such as yesterday, we're not sure if we're dealing with illegal activities that were occurring within these squatters' camps, but clearly someone left open flame behind and then it extended, especially with the winds.